Okay, I've never used Magic Pour before, and I've got this really cool kit sent to me. So, let's go play. Hello everyone, welcome to NerdGoblinart. I'm Lula. Okay, so Let's Resin reached out to me and asked if I'd like to collaborate with them. And I was like, well, yes, of course. So they've sent me this Magic Pour kit. And it came incredibly quickly as well. So in the box you get the Magic Pour, which makes sense. I quite like it that it's in a tub as well. I quite like that. And cups, they always come in useful, and those are there. And some sanding paper, which is great for the Magic Pour. Oh, and some moulds. Really chuffed with those. I've now got a really good one of those trinket dishes, and a stirring stick. And these are the acrylic paints. Now, for some reason in my mind I thought they were going to be like the dyes you can use, but they're not. So these can be used afterwards if you want to paint your project. So that's cool, isn't it? Nice box as well. It came really well packaged, in all honesty, as well, which is great. So you get acrylic paint, you get some cups, you get a stirring stick, the Magic Pour, 3 moulds, and some sanding paper. That is pretty awesome in my opinion. So we're going to get making. I've not used Magic Pour before. I've only been using another kind of Eco Pour. So I'm really interested to see what this stuff is like. And yeah, it's a good idea to open the pot because there's there's a measuring cup there, and you've got measurements there and instructions. I was wondering because I looked on the pot and I was like, oh well, there doesn't say anything, and then thankfully they're folded up inside there. So Let's Resin are always really good with their instruction pamphlets, and you'll get all the information you need. You know, it's always making sure that you go through them and you pay attention. You know, you want to know your work time, you want to know how long to demoulding is, and of course your measurements. Now this is a 3-to-1, so 3 parts powder to 1 part water, and it does recommend suggest your weigh-in. I won't be doing that. I don't have weighing scales. I have dyscalculia, that's a numeracy dyslexia, so I prefer adding what I need, and I'm confident that, you know, from my other uses of another brand, I'm very confident that I will be fine. So, and if I'm not, I'll obviously call Mr. Goblin and get him to help me. So here we go. I've got gloves on because I have touch dermatitis, and I'm going to use some acrylic ink, and this is violet. It's a very, very lovely colour. So I'm going to be putting, I believe, 1, 2, 3. I think I might go 4. Or do I do 5? I do 5. Yes. 5 scoops of the Magic Pour, and then I'm going to add the water. Now, personally, I think this is the better way for me to do it. If you need to measure, obviously go for it, but what you're looking for, and from my experience, you're looking for almost like a pancake mix consistency, and making sure that you're stirring in as well as possible as well. Making sure there's no lumps and bumps. Once you've got it, so I've got to be fair, this stirs and mixes beautifully. I am incredibly, at this point, I'm like, wow. I'm stirring it and I'm like, this is really good. And I'm using my Let's Resin mixing jug as well, because I've had that sent too. And it's a very, very handy, lovely large size. But I've never used epoxy resin in there because I don't ever really make as much as this up, really, unless it's a deep pour thing. So I'm going to give that a shake. And this is violet. And I'm just going to go bop, 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 and bop. And I want to do a marbling effect. I've never done a really successful marbling effect. Look at that colour, isn't it stunning? It's like raspberry ripple ice cream melted in a puddle. Yeah, so I've never done like a successful marbling effect, even with epoxy resin, and it's not something I've actually tried yet with the other brand of powder mix that I've been trying out. So you've got a trinket dish, you have a candle holder, which is really cool because with this stuff, you know, you can use regular candles, which you can't do with the epoxy resins. It's not recommended, and it's not incredibly safe because of releasing toxins. So really funky that you can use a real candle if you wish to with this stuff. And there's also a coaster mold, which is great because we love our coaster molds, we really do. And I will need to make up some more, and that's absolutely fine, and I can top it up as well. So I'm just giving it a little tap and a little wobble as well, and I've even tapped underneath the table just to encourage any potential bubbles and just to release them. It's but it looks really good. I like how white it is as well. So these are 30 minutes to demold. I think it may be a bit faster depending on like the heat and warmth in the space you're in as well. And it is an incredibly warm day in the UK. So I believe it didn't take very long at all. I was checking on it and it genuinely did not take long. So I'm just adding another 2 scoops. 3. I think there's more, 3.5. And just adding in the water. And I'm just repeating exactly the same as what I did last time. I'm not worried about cleaning out the bowl because I don't mind if that violet colour is, mixed in with that white. And I'm really good. I thought I was doing really well. And then I managed to get some over my desk and my hand. But yeah, I think the key is not to panic, because you don't have boop, boop, boop. You don't have a great deal of work time with this one. But as long as you've got everything there and it's ready, you should be absolutely fine. And just with that little bit, I've just topped up the very last remnants of those ones. So it's only going to be around 15 to 20 minutes. But I waited half an hour. I was very, very good. So here we go. We're going to demold these. I'm still wearing gloves because you need to wait about 24 hours with the acrylic paint. Check that out. I just don't want to get pink, the violet all over my hand. That is beautiful. And it's the first time I've actually managed to get that kind of a look. It is so very pretty. I really like it. And next it is the candle holder. And again, super, super, super impressed. And always pop your moulds back into place. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? I'm liking that. It really does remind me of ice cream. And then the coaster. And I gotta be fair as well, these moulds are really lovely to demould. Not difficult at all. And there you are. Now, I don't really know. I think I poured too fast into the middle, and if I'd like started around, say, the rim, and then poured it round, I don't think I would have had that big like space by there. But I don't mind it at all because we're not finished. I'm going to be doing more to these. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to get more of these moulds. I quite like a set. I'm going to order another 3, so I have 4. Because that counts. That makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to leave these on my airing rack for 24 hours. So this is the following day, and nothing's coming off on my hands, which is awesome. And they are looking wonderful. And I did an extra. Teal. I really wanted to try one of these, a trinket dish with the teal, and look at it. Yes, I did the same thing, but look, it looks like splashes. It looks like splashes of water, and I absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful. So I'm gonna get these onto some card just to check to see if I need to do any repair work or anything of the sort using either my deburring tool or the sandpaper. But so far so good. It's just a case that there's nothing on the bottom. It's not sharp or anything. The only thing I have is a very, very small bubble. So I'm going to use the deburring tool just because I have a little bit more control, and the card is just down, so it just catches any mess, so I can just shake it off straight into the bin. The deburring tool is really good to use with these kind of things. If you watch Claire on Claire's Crafty Corner, she swears by them, and I gotta be fair, yeah, it really works, and it's very nice as well. It does a really good job, and I've got where the bubble was, and then I've just gone round and continued to go around the circle just so it's even, and yeah, happy with that. And I just I just grabbed one of my brushes just to brush out any of the excess that might have ended up there. So in my impressions 24 hours later, it feels lovely. It's smooth, it's not rough at all, and it just feels nice, it feels quality. Now I've got these stickers, they're the ocean ones, they were one of my happy mails, and I'm going to decide which one to use, because it seems perfect, because to me it looks like an ocean type thing. So there's a few different ones. I do like these stickers, they are beautiful. There's a whale, octopus, like a starfish, and there's jellyfish and such. That was quite the contender. It's they got a holographic type thing to them as well. Always love stuff like that, holographic, glow in the dark. Oh, I'm crazy. Love it all. But I think I really, really, really like that there. I think it almost looks as if it was meant to be, doesn't it? Obviously check and, have a think about it. But no, that one. Definitely that one. It looks like it was just meant to be, doesn't it, with that? So I have been told, and when I've watched other creators, I got a pink set as well. So thank you to the lovely person who sent those to me. Oh, what was I saying? I've completely forgotten already. Oh, right, yeah, yes. The best way with the magic pour is to seal your make, and then you can pop your stickers on. I'm so impressed. I didn't realize that they would be similar. They're not all the same. You know, that weird starry thingy majiggy. I don't have any idea what that was, but I'm so chuffed that these whales are in there. But oh, I'm so looking forward to using these on other makes. Sorry, Gertie. Gert creates. She doesn't like stickers being used. They're too pretty. But yeah, so I'm going to get these sealed. Oh, look at that. It's so pink and it's shiny and it's beautiful. I'm not going to be putting anything on this. Not at all. It's just going to be sealed, that one. But I really must make the same candle holder and coaster in that teal. I must do it. So I'm using beeswax. This is the sealer, and this is from Wales, which is where I live, which is pretty cool. So basically you use a cloth and put it all over your make. I have not sealed the bottom yet, only because it's only been 24 hours, so these will be going back on the rack once I'm done with them today. And I just want any moisture that needs to come out through the bottom, and I think that's the best way to go. So you put this stuff on, the beeswax, the sealer. This is from Amazon. You can get ones that smell nice as well. This one doesn't really have a scent to it, and I'm fine with that. So you put it on and you leave it for around 15 minutes, and then you buff it again with a clean micro brush. And you can put on another coat. You can put on as many coats as you like, just repeating. But I was happy with just the one coat because I'm going to be putting on some epoxy resin. Using sellotape or masking tape is a really good hack for peeling your stickers as well. I never have nails really to speak of, so it's a really helpful thing to do. Otherwise you're there forever trying to get them. Oh, I love those stickers. I'm just making sure as well that I've really rubbed them in very well. And again, with the sellotape trick, I can't remember who told me about that, and it was just like, wow, why didn't I know this my entire life? All those times I struggled with stickers. Trying to get them apart using a craft knife or something. Those are so pretty. Those stickers are just absolutely gorgeous. I'm just checking that I'm happy with the positioning of that one. And pop, there it goes again. And as I said, I'm not going to be doing anything with the candle holder. That has been sealed, but I'm more than happy for that to remain as is. I don't want to be sticking anything extra on there because I wanted to be able to use a real candle with it. I got it a little too close to the edge, this one, but that's absolutely fine. So what I have noticed as well is when you seal it, when your glove's ready, magic is when you do seal your make, the colours come out even more, which is really great. So I'm going to put in some Diamond Frost into the resin. I've already mixed it and I'm using Apex epoxy resin. It's a 1-to-1, so I'm using that one today. So I'm just mixing in the glitter, and I will be popping this into my debubbler. So that's looking lovely and clear. I don't want these molds filled up to the top with the resin, so I'm being careful on how much I'm putting in, and I'll just pick them up because, you know, they're all done basically. I can pick them up and gently move the mold around just to make sure I've got a good coverage, and the resin really should self-level. So it's just making sure that it is equally and all around to the edges, and I can then make sure there's no little hairs or fluff and any bubbles that might decide to want to create any havoc. You may find that a bubble or two might want to come around the edges, or the curves I should say, of the trinket dish and the coasters, but all you got to do is just keep an eye on it, and I can use my silicone tool as well just to go all the way around the edging, just like that, just to make sure there isn't any little bubbles hiding in there. I really do like how this magic pour feels. Obviously it's not epoxy resin, so you do need to be careful, because if you drop it, you know, it has the potential to break. But it does feel solid. It feels like it's not just gonna break apart. It is good quality. I really do feel that it's really good quality, and adding of the epoxy resin because I want to protect those stickers. So here we are. These are cured and it looks lovely. I really do like the mixture of the magic pour with epoxy resin. I think it looks really, really cool, and that is gorgeous. I can't wait to use that. I haven't got any tea light candles in. I've only got melts in at the moment, so yeah. So thank you so much, Let's Resin, for sending me this kit. So far I'm happy to recommend it, so check out the description box below. Everything I've used is down in there. I hope you enjoyed watching. Love you, and stay weird.
In a room full of colors and swirls, Nerd Goblin art draws a magic worlds, with foxes that prance and badgers that dance, a whirlwind of dreams with a single glance. Gerald the alligator grins so wide, in enchanted waters he loves to hide. Dragons breathe wonder with flames so bright, each creature born from a magic night. Nerd Goblin paints life in every brush, animals frolic in a vibrant rush. From canvases to tales they